Yes, good evening fellow Groove Riders. Will from Will's Electrical Services, also known as the Midfield General. In tonight's episode, what I want to do is I want to give you a quick tour of my Dewalt cable stapler. What happens is we had a job starting up in June. It was a big 5-bedroom house and it was all timber framed, and I thought, like, you know, we cannot go in there clipping it, it's far too much. And I looked online, and these in the UK at the time were quite hard to get hold of, so the only place I could find one was actually on Amazon, and that's where I bought this. And this was an American import. This is the Dewalt 20 volt, which I'm not, you know, obviously if you know me and you know my channel, I'm a Milwaukee through and through, and so I'm not too familiar with the DeWalt stuff. But Reese, who works for me, he uses one of these, and so I got the 20 volt one thinking that it would just work on the 18, you know. But what it is the 20 volt in the America is the same as the 8, it appears to be. I've changed the batteries around, it works fine and everything. The only problem is that the actual charger on the 20 volt one comes with a 110 plug on it. So obviously you could probably convert it, because obviously in building sites in the UK we use 110, so you probably could use it like that. But we got it, and within the first day I got it, I literally ordered this one as well. And what I'll do is I'll show you them individually, because they come in different packs. Do us a massive favour if you can show your support for the channel, if you could like, subscribe and flick my bean, or Lola will come and bite you. Obviously there must be hundreds of different ways you can buy them. I suppose you could buy a bare unit and all that, but this American one actually come with that little canvas kit and all that. With I think it come with one battery and one charger. Where when I bought this, I thought, oh, I probably should get the British one with the British charger, and that this comes with. It's odd really, because I couldn't really get it. I think I paid about over 300 quid for that one, and this one I actually, with the two batteries, the T-stack box and the actual tool, I think I paid about 250. But I'm so impressed with it and all that. I'll show you some demonstrations like we've been doing on part of my channel. I'm sure I'll put a link above. I've started to do a weekly blog of what we're up to during the week and all that. And this particular week we've done our first week. So you see this. That's how we do it. Look, you cannot get any more difference in time, can you? You've got the DeWalt cable stapler and you've got all this. Absolutely filthy. Where's your club skis?
I left them online.
Oh, what an idiot. Yeah, you sure there's not any others?
I've got an old pair, but they're really bad.
Alright.
No problem.
Alright. You happy though?
Yeah, I just have to wash my hands.
I'd wear glasses on with that. You don't know what's up there, mate. On site as well, and I'll show you some here. What I'll do is, what I'll probably do first is I'll just give you a quick tour of the drill. So what, you know, like a little bit of what I know. As I say, I'm not an expert with the DeWalt because I use Milwaukee, but you know, the trouble is Milwaukee. Another thing is Milwaukee have just brought out their 12 volt version of this, which is very, you know, it's identical. It does the same job. I think there is a few differences. Is that I think that this is about 8 inches and it's 12 inches long. So obviously it easily fits within the joist that we've got. But the Milwaukee one is actually shorter. I think it comes up to about that. I think it's probably about 6 or 7 inches deep, which probably don't make a difference. One of the other unique things that it does, the Milwaukee one, which is a bit strange, is that with this one, you need an actual cable in it for it to fire. You know, it won't fire without a cable, you know, because this actual, what you've got is you've got a spacer. I'll bring you up for a close-up, and it's got this switch that, because there's no safety on the actual handle, it's literally on where it touches the cable. So it has actually got a guide in there, and like I'm using 6mm here, and it will twin and earth, and that is probably the maximum. 10mm won't fit in there, but you can do loads of different types. Like what I've noticed with my boys as well is what I'll do is I'll give you a quick clip of Graham, like he can show you his, and you know what he's talking about there is sometimes we use banding, because obviously in the UK we need fire clips and all our clips, you know, so anything. I don't know if these are rated. They're obviously metal clips, you know, but they're metallic, so I'm happy that I'm satisfied that meets the fire regulations. Right, I'll bring him in. So G-Man and Reese are just wiring these lights. What do you think of that then?
This thing is brilliant. Compared to banding, where you have to get yourself set up with screws, cut up bits of banding, get them all set out, and then screw them into a joist. This is great. You just pick it up, start clipping, and crack on. Brilliant.
Yeah, and see where you're setting it. Where you're setting it round the holes as well. Looks good, mate. Nice one. So what you've got is that you get these clips, and there's 540 that come in an actual box. And in the UK, I've been paying about 13 quid a pack for these. So that works out to be 2.5p per clip or staple, you know, whatever you want to call it. And that it works out really cheap, because some of the other metal fixings like I've got over there, like the clips, are a lot more expensive and the time consuming. I've watched a few of the other people's review, and they're saying that it halves the time. It ain't even half the time. It's a lot more than that. It is ridiculous, because as you know, if you're an electrician, you know, like if you're like doing first fix, that's what we call it in the UK. I think in America they call it roughing. If you put in all the cables, usually you have to lash them all in and then get them and then clip them all up at the end. But this is so quick that you just have to do it. You can do it as you go. It's so quick, you know, like Reese and G-Man, they done this. They've done the kitchen on like one of the clips I'm going to show in a minute, like with G-Man from the earlier clip. Like they literally done that room within about half hour, just clips it all, you know, even though most of it was through the joist. But it is very neat. And one thing that I did notice, because when I first bought it and I see the reviews and all that, I was a bit nervous about how neat it looked and all that. But that is just something that comes with time, you know, like, because, you know, they're like G-Man was stacking them up, and like Reese, you know, they've all got their own ways. Like with staples, you see the purple bit, that is how far it shoots in. So it must be at least 20 mil, I'd say. I'd say that must be. How deep is that? And obviously, yeah, probably, no, sorry, it's about 12 mil. Probably about 12 mil, probably about ½ inch. One of the things that I did notice about that is that you can actually use it for the spacing for the clips, you know, so that's the easiest way. Very similar to the way you do it with a hammer, you know what I mean? There's no rocket horse there. But if you look at any of the guides and all that, it does say there that vertically, like a 1.5 cable is 20, you know, 250, which is, you know, that's just stretching it a bit, but no one's ever going to pull you up on that, you know. One thing I do like about it as well is that a lot of other people criticise it, which I don't really understand, is that they find the cables loose, but it doesn't matter if it's supported, you know. If anything, the air is going to get around it, because that is one of the main things with the degradation of the cable, is the smothering of the cable. And I'll just quickly give you a little tour. So it's so quick, it's unbelievable. Someone did say that if you hold it down longer, it does, that might be true, you know. You know, if you hold the trigger down more, it does go down a bit more. I think that is true, you know. Yeah, that's quite good. So what I'll do is I'll bring us in, we'll have a close up, and then there is some other faults with it, and I'll tell you what, I'll let Ollie explain it, because this is a good one. This is
the only thing that annoys me about these Dewalt staple guns is that you don't know when you're about to run out of clips. So you'll be trying to staple something in and it won't work.
yes, well, you think it's probably misfiring and that.
Yeah, it could do with like a little beep just to know it's run out of clips or something.
That's a good idea, isn't
light.
it?
Yeah.
So what do you think of it, Reese? Reese has got the American import one that I bought, because Reese is all your tools at the wall anyway, aren't they? So you've got the facility to charge that 20-volt battery, where I've got the 18 one with the British charger.
Yeah.
So what do you think of it?
It's wicked. They're super quick. The only problem with this American one is
They're identical though, aren't they?
The sensor's gone on it, so it actually is a bit ropey, like it could fire through the cable, but other than, like, if you're careful, it's really good, quick, efficient, neat, like, can't fault it really.
Yeah, nice one. What about the light? Is the light still playing up?
Yeah, the light, that's the sensor part of it, I think, the light.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah. And it come in a shitty canvas packet, where my one come with the
proper box.
2 battery in a proper box, but you're going to get one anyway now.
Yeah, so what you get with these is that you get these comes in sleeves of 15, but you can actually fit, I think it was 35 they said that you can get in there. And what you do notice is that you do get a bit of waste with them, you know. And you just, all you do is there's a button behind there that squeeze, it's loose as anything, they go in really easy. And this is that safety, so see that switch is coming on, that light's coming on, so you can actually hold it back and ping it like Reese was doing the other day on site. God knows, I wouldn't try that.
Yeah.
Ready?
Shit. What do you do? Just pull the flat back.
Pull this little bit back,
sure
but
you
keep your finger out of the way though, don't get that in
Oh,
there.
Jesus.
You get scared, but...
Yeah, and what you've got is you've got the trigger there and the battery comes in. Like I'm quite foreign, as I say, to this DeWalt stuff, so I'll quickly show you. So you have to pull that down and slide it out. It's all, you know, and I must say I'm so impressed with these batteries. I was seeing a review earlier and they were saying that it's actually, you can actually get 1800 staples out of one charge. That's probably why it only come with what, like 2 batteries. And I've got to be honest, 1800 staples, I'd probably say that's about 2 or 3 jobs, you know, like even, you know, they last forever, you know, and they're really nice. I'll just give you a couple of close-ups of them. So this is the American one with the green sticker. There's no difference whatsoever, absolutely none. I think this bit is made in Germany, you know. I think it's just where they're assembled, you know what I mean? I don't really get it. I think the Americans are quite loyal to their drill, you know, their tools, because it does say that it is, what's it say, made in the USA with global materials. So basically it's assembled, and it. So you see the 25, that's just my own little tag, that is. I've got that tattooed on my arm for Gianfranco Zola, the greatest footballer to ever grace a Premier League. So these are the repercussions, is that you do get a bit of waste, but you don't get that too much. That's the belt clip that I've put in there. I lost the one for Reese. I don't actually use the belt clip, so, but Reese does, so I've just put that in there. So you can actually fit 2 boxes of clips and the charger. And this is the charger. So this one has got the American style plug on it, and that says that it does 12 and 20 volts. Yeah, so one of the good things about this is that if it doesn't fit like that, you can, as long as that light's on, you can do it at such an angle, you know what I mean? Beautiful. So that kind of brings us to the end to this episode. What I would say is, if you're wondering how heavy they are, these are probably the same as I'd say probably the same as like a mid-size SDS, you know, like a full voltage, not like a 12 volt, probably an 18 volt. You know, it's more comfortable, but immediately as soon as you do it, you can feel how advantage you're going to get. You've got no hammering and clipping, you know what I mean? Not that I've ever had a problem with that, but the problem is that you can do it as you go along and you can get it okay. A lot of you are probably thinking, you know, like I did, like the Milwaukee one didn't come out when I needed this one, and plus and all the clips are still, I think I see even Power Tool, mate, I think they're about 30 quid for a pack of those, even though the actual tool is cheaper, but it's, yeah, still, you know, not worth it. But obviously, you know, every one of our electricians should have one of these, so no doubt as soon as the Milwaukee clips come down in price, I will actually buy them both. You know, I'll probably buy 4. I'll probably have 2 of the Milwaukee ones as well. Yeah, one of the things I did notice about the Milwaukee one, it is supposed to be a little bit more heavier, but I did notice that, as I said earlier in this thing, it was a little bit more shallow. Anyway, I think that's enough for one episode. Thanks for watching, and don't forget, if you're going to be anything this week, then be electric. Up the elbows, you know.